Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome back to Stay on Your Feet. I'm your host, Mr. Brown, and I'm joined by my co-host, Big Chris and Delvin, or Delvinio today. What are you saying, my boys? What's going on? Everyone good?
Can't complain, mate.
Oh.
United is still in bottom 10, but
Yeah, I think you went up one position up to 13th.
Pace.
Yeah, better than nothing. Yeah, man. We are here for game week 29 and obviously going to talk about the Carabao Cup. Yeah, man, where do you guys want to start?
Let's start with the Carabao Cup because I'm
How much
sorry, the Liverpool hate watch is sensational right now, and I'm happy.
You know what? I wasn't even hating. I wasn't. See, when I was watching it, I wasn't even
I
hating
hate Liverpool.
Like I wasn't hating it. I had nothing that I hated about me hating. Like
You should hate them more out of us two. Out of everyone here, you should hate them the most. To be fair,
I hate
Liverpool. How do you not dislike Liverpool as a United fan? I'm sorry. Like Liverpool as a United fan.
I used to, but AFTV just made it hard to like just hate anyone more.
How did AFTV get involved in this again? Bloody hell!
City slapping us, yeah. Like City slapping us, like in that season where Oli left, or like Oli was on his way to leaving. You know what? Yeah, it's bad, but it's not like it wasn't shocking because number one is City. Number two, even on the side of Ferguson at one point we got slapped by City. So you know what? It kind of was like, and you know what? They've been dominating England for almost close to almost like 10 years. So you know what? It was expected at some point, especially because we have been slapping City in that 2022-2023 period. We had been slapping City like a couple times on the Oli. Sorry, 21-22 period. We've been slapping City a fair bit, or 2020 to 2022. But when they were slapping us, you know what? It hurt. But when it was Liverpool, no, I took it personally. I'm sorry, I took that so personally because it was Liverpool. Like Liverpool, when we look back in the next 10 years from now, we will talk about how Liverpool only in their best ever era, technically, one Premier League, one Champions League, a couple Carabaos, maybe two, and one. They haven't even got an FA Cup. So at best, Liverpool had 3 trophies, maybe 4, at best. City outdone that. If you look at United's worst period since Ferguson left, that's what.
How much do they do without cheating?
How much? Okay, let's remove City from the equation, yeah. Let's go by Arsenal, United, Chelsea, Liverpool. Chelsea won a Champions League and an Europa League and a Prem. Well, 2 Prems if we'll count Alex Ferguson's leaving period. So they like Chelsea are up there. Arsenal, a couple of FA Cups. Yeah, a couple of FA Cups. So they're like somewhere between 3rd and 4th. Somewhere in there. United have won in the Europa League, 2 FA Cups, 2 Carabaos. I don't know, like I just don't see like what Liverpool have really like. I see what they've won and I respect it, and I would want to trade places with them.
I mean, in terms of their trophy cabinet is decent, is very good, bro.
It's
like much as Arsenal United fans, as much as we hate them, yeah, we still have to give them respect in it. And I hate them. You know what I mean? I'll acknowledge them that they've done well, but I won't congratulate them, innit? Like I acknowledge it, but I won't congratulate it. You know what I mean? But 19 titles, you know what I mean, 8 FA Cups, 5 Champions Leagues, you know what I mean? 6, I think they've got a few FA Cups as well. I think they've got 10 League Cups. You know what I mean? They've got trophies, bro. You know what I mean? They've won trophies, but they've had good periods where they dominated and that. But this era, recent era, yeah, they're not that great. But to be fair,
But like, you have to think they've always had to compete with City.
yeah, 100%.
They never really competed with City though. Like they never really out and out really competed with City.
Yeah, but you couldn't really compete with City if you got that sort of money.
It's
yeah,
not,
yeah.
it's always about the money. It's mainly about the tactics. Because remember, the season they won the Prem. Remember, signing players during COVID. I don't know if people remember. It was difficult. Remember, your player would fly on a private jet or have to get like. They'd have to find a way to get the player into the country. The player would have to go and isolate for like 2 weeks or something. Then do the medical.
Cardiff.
Then be able to play. Huh?
That player over lockdown, Cardiff. He didn't join Cardiff and he got crushed on the plane crash.
Yeah. Yeah, he was where was he?
I forgot his name, but his name was like Emilio or something.
Yeah, Emilio something.
Yeah, where was he going to? Swansea? Was he going to Swansea?
No, he was going for Cardiff. From a League One team. A League One team. Like,
I thought he was coming to the Prem. I thought he was going to like.
He was coming to the Prem at the time. I think.
The Prem. Cardiff in the Prem at the time.
Oh, were they? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's playing.
Yeah, man. Mad one still. Yeah, I remember that.
It was peak still, but like in my opinion, Liverpool have a decent trophy cabinet. But did I want them to win? No. The answer is no.
Yeah, preferably, I want them to win.
I would have liked Newcastle to win, and Newcastle won. In my opinion, I like the fact that Isak done the "Who's my man" celebration.
Yeah.
Who's that? Oh, my man. He's shit though.
And then my man's like this. Who's it? Van Dijk says, "Oh."
I love it because you know what? Yeah, I don't like Van Dijk. Van Dijk gets on my nerves as a defender. Like watching Van Dijk here, Van Dijk's behavior. I remember, I don't know if it's propaganda, but I saw a video of Van Dijk committing some of the most horrendous tackles and getting away with some of the
every defender commits horrendous tackles at some point.
He's committed some horrendous tackles, let's be real. The tackle on Insigne during the Champions League when Insigne was starting Napoli, although people can say that's a beautiful tackle, he literally bent Insigne's ankle with that tackle. Cool. On top of that, let's not act like Van Dijk is a model example to children on how to play football. The man's a dirty player. The elbows this guy be giving out here. No. The man I'm laughing, yeah, but let's not act like Van Dijk is one of the biggest critics. Van Dijk is probably up there with Joey Barton for me as one of the most piss-taking players.
Can you mute this guy? This guy is just waffling.
I wish I could sometimes, man. I wish I could.
You can't mute me though. Like,
I can give you some beans for that fucking waffle though.
Oh, I can mute you as well. I can mute you.
Man said beans with that waffle. That is disgusting behavior from you. That is absolutely. I know that's what you eat with your waffles. That's why you're like. I
don't even eat waffles, mate. I don't have.
Sure.
Let me show you.
Yes. Back to the game, guys. Come on.
But yeah, in all seriousness, though, Newcastle did deserve to win it, in my opinion.
Yeah, they did deserve to win. Liverpool just didn't turn up. Like, literally just didn't turn up.
But they don't, though. Like, even when they play finals, I feel like Liverpool don't really turn up.
You know what? They haven't really turned up since Firmino and Mane left. Like, whatever people want to say, Salah's the one that got all the goals. But Mane was the instigator of everything, a lot of the stuff.
I don't think I've watched the game with Liverpool and been excited.
He was pure energy.
Yeah, they don't play like great football. Like they're not. They're not amazing to watch. Like they're efficient in what they do, and you know what I mean. They've you know what I mean. It works. They've got the results this season. Obviously, going to go on and win the title. Cool. But they're not like, they don't get you off your seat. They don't, you know what I mean, have you on, jumping up and down, like, you know what I mean, tune in. Even as a mutuals really want to watch them. Like, at least with Arsenal.
No English team gets you like that. No team.
But the thing is, though, when you look back at the end of the season,
what team gets you out your seat? What team gets you out your seat at the moment?
The first team that's ever got me out of the seat, the only teams that ever get me out of the seat was that PSG performance against Liverpool over both legs. Like watching Coutinho.
Everton get me out of my seat, actually.
Everton get you out of your seat. Get you out of what? To go to the toilet, bruv, to miss the game.
I
And,
do
and
enjoy
obviously
watching Everton are like
Barca,
an enjoyable
Barca
team.
get me out my seat. Bayern get me out my seat. So I like watching the wingers.
What Premier League teams get you out your seat? Don't say Everton.
Aside from Everton,
Yeah, like that's where the Premier League football is at the moment.
Why
Man.
the hell you lying?
I
Innit?
enjoy watching Everton. I don't know why you not move like I don't enjoy watching Everton. I think Everton are a really good team.
Mate,
Not
you
a really
support
good team at the moment, but I do
you,
enjoy
you,
watching
you support United. No wonder you enjoy watching Everton, bruv.
Like, in my opinion, though, when you look back at this season, I wonder how many Liverpool games we'll look at and be like, you know what? If that team performed just by 2% much more, if they're just giving 2% more, do Liverpool win that game? Because how many games have Liverpool won and it's convincing wins? At least when City were winning games, it was more times convincing.
They were battering people. Like Man City were putting fear into teams, bro. Like everyone.
Three, 4 goals.
Europe, bro, for a good 3 years, bro. Yet no one want to play them. They were battering people left, right, and centre, man. Liverpool not doing that. Arsenal not doing that. But yeah, that's just them, bro. Yeah, they're definitely not doing that. But yeah, let's talk about Newcastle though, man. Let's give Newcastle their props. Let's give them their flowers, innit? Let's congratulate them. You know what I mean? Eddie Howe. Let's talk about Eddie Howe. Can we big up Eddie Howe a little bit here? Because I think he's actually underrated, you know. I think he's underrated.
No. I'm sorry. The reason why I won't big up Eddie Howe for me personally is because I feel like Eddie Howe is capable of so much more than tactically than what he's given.
Bro, he's just beating
He's just beating Liverpool. I hear it, but I feel like Eddie Howe to me, yeah.
And bro, they had to beat Brentford. They played Arsenal and they played Liverpool to win the trophy, bro. Like, come on, give them their props. Stop hating.
I won't forgive Eddie Howe for turning down the England job. In my opinion, I'm sorry, guys. Say what you want, but I feel Eddie Howe would have been the guy.
The most pettiest person I've ever come across.
No, let me exercise the mute button quickly. Hold on a minute. Let me just exercise that. Talk again. What? Say that about Eddie Howe? Well, Eddie Howe's a big boy manager. What you saying, huh? Alright, that's what I thought.
As I was saying before, I feel like personally, shout out to Eddie Howe for doing what he done with Newcastle. 100%. Look at the players they're recruiting. Look at the players they can really pull. It's not great a lot of the time, but he managed with Lascelles, Dan Burns, like Gordon, and I don't know what it is about Anthony Gordon. I swear to God, like I watch Anthony Gordon sometimes and I think, what is he doing here? Yeah, what is Anthony Gordon doing here?
He's not techie. He's not techie. Like everyone says, "Oh, great wingers," but he's not techie. He doesn't like. He's pretty two-dimensional. To be fair, like he might.
He's a typical Newcastle player. He's a typical Newcastle player.
He just gives me Scottish winger vibes. Like if Scotland, I don't know if Scotland play with wingers, but Anthony Gordon is what I imagine a Scottish winger would be like. Like he just gives me Scottish winger vibes. Like I'm a Scottish winger. Like
he's not. He's not techie. He's not techie at all. Like when you look at wingers, you look at I'm looking at Elisa. I'm looking at Yamal. I'm looking at fucking Saka. Like got a bit of something that can go past a few players, but he's not got that in his game.
Even Tyler Diblin, who just joined the league, has more tech than Anthony Gordon, which is crazy to me. But like, I just don't really think Anthony Gordon's got it. But again, they're the unlikable. They're an unlikable team to play against. Like, I don't imagine many teams in the league. Many players in the league go, I'd want to play Newcastle. They look like an unlikable bunch.
Yeah, that's why when I said to TJ, like Newcastle could do better than Ramsey for winger. And he's like, what do you mean? He's so good. He's good. He's good. It's like he's not gonna win your Premier League at the end of the day.
You know what? Yeah, hot take. If Newcastle could get Cherky in as a winger,
wow, that'd be it. I'll become a Newcastle fan.
Can you guys see the vision here? Ryan Cherky as a winger at Newcastle. I think linking up with Isak. I'm sorry, I think there's something there, you know.
Yeah. I think I was having this argument online the other day. Like kids, like I said, like United, obviously we got like United have got Lyon, haven't they, in the next rounds? Europa League, and they was going through it and saying like how Cherokee's so good. Like I said, yeah, we should have bought him. We should have bought him for 20. Like he was going for 20 million in January.
Yeah,
so
I was screaming this for time that Ryan Cherky should have been. United should have picked up Ryan Cherky in the summer. I said the summer.
Nah, not in the summer. I think definitely like January we should have picked him up. Like obviously he's progressed now. He's got what is it, 18 assists this season, 5 goals.
18 assists. He's 2-footed, highly technical, can play off both wings, can play through the front
middle.
three, I believe.
Yeah,
the guy's got it, and amazing finishing as well.
And all I kept getting was but his work rate and his attitude. It's like, fucking hell.
Do you think I care? Personally, I don't really care.
If he's gonna ping out 18 assists and 5 goals all season, you can tell fucking Ruben to suck his mother every game for all I care.
But plus, every manager has a player that they let get away with slipping under the standards. Every manager's got one.
Yeah, but he doesn't. That's the thing, though. Like, he's since January, he's got like he had like 5 assists before Christmas, and he's got like about 7. He's got like 10 assists, 10, 11, 12 assists since January. And then if you look at his performances, he's pinging out sort of like 7.9, 8.1s, 9s. He's not fucking. So you can't say his work rate is not that great if he's pinging out them sort of performances.
Like, in my opinion, I think Salah is a player that probably on the pitch gets away with murder sometimes when it comes to tracking back.
Yeah, he does.
He gets away with murder as well. Like, this Bruno from time to time gets away with murder in terms of defensive work sometimes. Like, there's always players that will get away with a lot more than they should have under any manager. And I think Ryan Cherky, I'm sorry, like you said, like Delvin said, if he's putting up them numbers, why not let him get away with it? I'm sorry, he's putting up the numbers. The day he stops putting up them numbers, then yeah, like there needs to be a convo about it. But
what he's doing at the moment is effective, isn't it? That's what it's proven, bro.
Exactly.
What he's doing is proving that what he's doing is effective and it's enough, because 18 assists is crazy. Plus 5 goals as well. That's very decent, man. Very decent.
Someone reached that once in their career.
They use, someone else that could help, with goals and assists and stuff like that, because you haven't got any out and out goal scorers or just like you know what I'm saying. So yeah, it definitely would be a good addition, man. We'll see what happens in the summer, I suppose, isn't it?
But
let's congratulate Newcastle and move on. Let's move on. Actually, let's not move on too much. Let's go to, as we spoke about Eddie Howe, let's move to Bournemouth and Brentford. You guys catch this game at all?
It's a decent game, to be fair.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a good game. I caught the highlights.
I didn't catch that one still.
But yeah, man, Brentford are a good team. They're looking good. Bournemouth are a very good team in good form as well. I can pick a decider in this one, to be fair. But yeah, just another mention on Brentford quickly. Brentford are currently the only team to have 2 players in the top 8 for most goals scored this season. Mbama with 15 and Wissel with 14. So yeah,
you know what? Yeah, shout out to Brentford, because Brentford showed how to survive coming up in the Premier League. Like, when you look at Brentford, and that's why I feel like
strong mid-table team now for me. I think they're a strong mid-table Premier League team.
They're a strong mid-table team now, and the thing is, they showed how to do it though. Like, a lot of teams will come into the Premier League, try to play the way they played the Championship, get absolutely turned over, and then go straight back down to the Championship, or just be here for a season and go. And the thing is, like, I feel like the tactics a lot of managers display, like, for example, McKenna, the guy, I forgot his name, but he got Southampton to the Premier again, like this for this season. A lot of those tactics, in my opinion, there's a space for them in the league. But when you first get to the league, it's all about surviving that first season of the league. The second season's about recruiting players that you think in the third season can do what you need them to do and play that style of football you were playing in the championship. Then the third season is about displaying that. I feel like a lot of teams don't really get past stage one a lot of the times.
Last season, all three teams came up. All three teams went back down.
And it's poor.
Same again. All three teams went up. All three teams are going to go down.
When people were saying that Thomas Frank, oh, like why would United consider Thomas Frank for a manager? Have you heard Thomas Frank talk about football? Thomas Frank, when he talks about football, you can tell this man's educated. He didn't get his
Thomas Frank.
He didn't get the FA badge. He didn't get his coaching badges from like banging ball random in some random place. Like Thomas Frank, what he talks about and stuff, he knows what he's talking about. He's an educated man. When you listen to what he's saying about football, for example, him creating that togetherness within the Brentford team. For example, even down to little things like, for example, sometimes they'll have food from each other's countries. There's like a video where I think his name they got a new striker. He's from Brazil. They have Brazilian food. But when you listen to Thomas Frank, aside from the food and stuff, talk about transitions and making sure that there's always a player up top who they can always release the ball to. Frank, he knows what he's talking about.
Do you know what? I like the way that he was dealing. I like the way that he dealt with the whole Ivan Toney stuff as well. Obviously, coming back from ban, you know what I mean? Then you had like clubs were circling him, like Sharks and that. I like the way he dealt with that situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it was all about Ivan Toney, nothing to do with really Brentford. It was all Toney. And I didn't see him say one bad thing about Toney. He was very positive. He was always always gave very educated answers and stuff like that. I just like the way he dealt with it. I like the way he moved.
It doesn't work out for Vincent Kompany at Bayern Munich. I think Thomas Frank's the man. Like, hand to God, I honestly believe Thomas Frank could be the guy for them. If it don't work out for Kompany at Bayern, if Dortmund need a new manager, I could see Thomas Frank at Dortmund. Like, one of them just needs to take the risk. But imagine Thomas Frank at a club with world-class players. With them kind of tactics, I think it's dirty.
But listen to what I just said. Currently the only team in the Premier League to have two players in the most goals scored this season, bro. So they're doing something right. And they're sitting 11th in the league as well, man. You know what I mean? They're
definitely scoring goals. Definitely know how to score goals. I know where the back of the net is. But
and they play some football as well, you know. They play some decent football as well, man.
Yeah, they do play some decent football. Considering they lost their best player, the top goal scorer this season.
Whistler and Bremo has turned up like since Tony's left. Them two there have definitely filled his boots, I think. You know, that's not easy, man, because, you know, he's a big character, you know what I mean, the main striker. You know what I mean? I think he was at one point probably the highest goal scorer in history. I think it's Whistler now. For Brentford, I think Johan Whistler is the highest goal scorer for Brentford at the moment, with like 37 goals or something like that. It's not much,
it'll be gone this summer.
Oh, I don't know, man. How old is he? He's only 28, 29?
Yeah, still.
Yeah. I don't know. I just say Brentford, to be fair. I think Brentford's kind of his level, if I'm no disrespect. And it's not actually, I don't think it's even disrespecting. I think Brentford are a decent team and he's a decent player. But yeah, man, let's move on to the next game. Ipswich and Nottingham Forest, man. Yo, let's talk about Forest again. Let's talk about Forest.
Mate, they're just, at the end of the day, they're enjoying football, mate. They're playing football, enjoying football. None of this fucking system lacking.
Yeah, do you know? This is one team I'm enjoying watching this season. Is Nottingham Forest. I'm actually enjoying this. Their season.
It's just the man them having fun, man.
Exactly. That's kicking ball, man. It's just vibes over there.
The guys having fun. Like, you see, this year, Nottingham Forest are the living embodiment of, you see, when you're at work and your manager or your boss just lets you get on with what you need to get on with, and you're working with people you enjoy working with.
I think
They're
that's
producing them as
right.
well.
Madrid as well, though, at the same time. Because
Yeah.
I
look, he
see
has a
what
game
Dom
plan.
saying.
He just comes in the changing room and says, yeah, and then walks out again. Then man, he's just like, all right, let's play football.
Raises his eyebrow.
Because I see it though. Because when you see Oli, talk about football, when you see Callum Hudson and Lang, when you see the man talk about football, like they're not like you see when players are talking about and the intricate playing, and the manager wants us to set up high and then drop low, and then he wants us to get into the mid to low block to cauterize like the striker. I can't stand that. You're a football player, yeah. Don't get me wrong. Some of them will know what the manager wants them to talk about. But I like the fact that a lot of them, they're not talking these crazy terminologies for ball. They're saying the manager wants us to do this. This is what we done, and this is how we score goals. I prefer that rather than like players talking about something they don't really believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like they firmly believe in what my man's got them doing because it's not like to them it's not difficult. And I think if we move on a little bit further to the team me and Dover support, I think either like managers are now simplifying the game. I think we'll get back to a point in football in the next 2 to 3 years where it'll be less tactical and it'll be more guys. Whatever gets us to win, do it. I think football may slowly head towards that again.
Hopefully, man, because the game is gone right now. The game is gone, like top to bottom. But man, Nottingham Forest are currently still third in the Premier League after 29 games. There's only 9 games to go, 8 games to go, 9 games to go. Sorry, and it doesn't look like they're slowing down anytime soon, bro. Like, what are we saying? Are we saying what Champions League football? Or are we saying they're gonna fall off? Because
I don't want to get giddy and say they're going to
fall off, and then the rest are gonna get tired and that. But we're not seeing.
I don't want to be giddy and say they're going to get there, but if they do,
I want a defined answer from you now. Are they going to get Champions League football? Yes or no?
No, they're going to reach Europa League, but they should be proud of themselves for getting the Europa League.
Are you crazy?
I don't think they're getting champs. I'll be real. I think we're getting to the business end of the league where
I think we're business end of the league now, bro. We're in the last 9 games.
This is the time where the owner of the club now walks into the dressing room. This is the time of the season where owners start walking into the dressing room and they start giving out instructions. And they start giving out them posts.
I think
with that incentives, like, yo, you don't.
You see that 20 goal a season bonus? Yeah, if you can score, it's yours.
There'll have to be a massive drop off. Fucking for Nottingham Forest.
I think they'll be good, I think they'll get in Europa League, but if they get Europa League again, they should be proud of themselves.
100%. I'm just looking at their fixtures now quickly, just kind of get a little bit. So they've got FA Cup next with Brighton. So next game. But in the league, they got you guys next. So you guys, United.
I think that's an interesting game. I can't lie. I like
Tuesday the
game.
They're turning us over.
I think we owe it to them to slap them. Like we owe it to Newcastle to slap.
What is it? We might have to do a little watch along for that one. I'll go in as a Forest fan. You guys can obviously do your
like
team.
We owe it to Nottingham Forest to slap them a little something for the way they treated us over the last 2 seasons. Because Nottingham Forest have been a problem for United.
Yeah,
but we're not better than them. We're not even in the caliber.
Yeah. They're beating you the last 3 meetings still. You haven't beaten them.
But the game we played in like December or November, like Delvin said, we looked better than them. I just don't know why we did. I feel like we failed to capitalize on our chances the last time we played them because we really should have beaten them. We had chances galore that game. And I think that's even the first game Ruben Amorim even lost.
Could have been.
I think it even was the first game he lost.
Ooh,
so
okay. They've got some interesting fixtures. They've got United at home, Villa away, Chris's Everton at home, Scumbags Spurs away, Brentford at home, Palace away, Leicester at home, Forest away, West Ham away, for Chelsea at home. I think they could do it. I think they beat Everton.
I don't know. Is this the greatest thing?
I think they beat Tottenham.
Yeah, they beat Everton, they beat Tottenham, they beat United.
Yeah, beat United.
I don't think they beat United. You know, I can't.
Yeah,
Lie.
they
I don't
do
think
beat United.
They'll beat. They lose. I don't know if they'll beat Brentford. They might.
They beat Palace. Do you think they only really need to win four or five of their games?
Yeah, 100. I was just going to say that. I was going to say, you know, we're looking at it like they have to win all these games. They don't. I reckon they could probably get away with winning 5 of these games and they'll be safe.
As it currently stands, can we wait? Have you got the Southampton game on here?
No.
I'm sorry. I gotta give prop to Tyler Diblin. Sorry, like I really want to see. I want to see Tyler Diblin at Man United. I'm sorry, Tyler Diblin for me, I think is probably the perfect kind of winger that needs to join United. The boy is like 6 foot or 6'1". He's got the tech. He's got the dribbling about him. He dribbles like he's got the low center of gravity. He's a little bit quick. And I saw a shot against Wolves that he took where it was minimal backspin, minimal power on it, but it was on target. It was a good save. But Tyler Diblin, I'm sorry, I need Tyler Diblin at Manchester United. Like, as an interior 10, it makes sense. But also, that Southampton Wolves game was very interesting to watch. Personally, I feel like that was a good game to watch. I like the fact that Wolves are winning games now. And it was a good game overall, man. I feel like Wolves have turned it around completely, especially when you look at where they were. They were like rock bottom of the league, like, November, October. And now they're like, I don't know where they are now, but like I know they're I think they're out of relegation now.
Who's that?
Wolves.
Yeah. Wolves are out of relegation.
You see, like how they've played their way out of the relegation thing. When these are rock bottom.
Yeah, for real.
But shout out Tyler Diblin and Cunha, please, guys. If you're watching this pod, please join Manchester United. Like, guys, like, please, like.
We're trying to recruit everybody, innit?
Bro, I'm trying to recruit everybody, bro. This is the pod where we do it.
By the summer, shit.
But have you not told the fans what we got cooking for this international break?
We've got nothing cooking.
See, this is what I mean. Delvin ain't really paying attention when we're on the
Man United. I was up there the other day, mate. I speak to people there every day.
Every damn day.
So please don't tell me.
See, this is all part of the plan. Delvin doesn't Delvin's saying this year, so people think we got no money. But really, we got some transfer funds.
We got transfer funds to put us back in debt more. We're $1 billion in debt. We spent $2 billion just paying this investment, and then they're going to take more money out to fucking pay for this stadium. Because where they get, I
can't lie. I do think the stadium is a bit nuts, though. I feel like the stadium is a bit crazy.
Where are they getting the $2 billion from to fucking pay for that stadium? It's going to come from more debt, basically. So we're going to end up with like another $2 billion in debt. So like we're basically in like $3 billion in debt, basically, because they're not putting their hands in the pocket. They start putting their hands in the pockets.
Oh, definitely not. They wouldn't even when United went over to America to play, they didn't even allow the United players to use the Glazer NFL teams like training facilities. Let that sink in. It's like you having your kids in your yard and one of them needs to use something of your other child and you don't let them do it.
Yeah.
It's wild. But in my opinion, the 3-0, I'm so happy for Rasmus Højlund that Rasmus Højlund scored. For me,
how many games is it?
I keep saying it. It's like, 28 games, 21 games? It's in the 20s. But I keep saying it. I don't think Rasmus Højlund...
Hey, Delvin, how many games was it that Højlund went without scoring, please?
Who?
Højlund. How many games did it take? What was his duck?
I think it's like 12.
No, it's
So,
longer than that. Like how
It's
long? How
way
many
longer
games?
than that. It's like
I
20
don't think
something
he
games.
didn't score since, what was it?
I think you said it to me in a previous pod like the other day that he hasn't scored in like 18 games or something like that, 19 games or something. I don't know.
Look, I'm
Something.
happy that he scored. Like, I really am. Because I
He got
can
lucky on
blame
that.
him.
He got lucky on that goal as well.
Oh my days. Why are we always got to do this to players that play for Man United?
He did
Why
get
can't we
lucky.
just
Like,
never be happy for
I'm
them?
gonna, if there's bullshit to be called, I'll call bullshit. Basically,
What is
I'm
the
not-
bullshit there? He scored
Yeah,
on his
that's
weak
right.
foot. Like,
he scored, but he was lucky to score. Let's be honest with you.
God. I can't do this anymore as a United fan to a fellow United fan. He scored a goal on his weaker foot. Like, why are we not happy for the guy? Like,
I'm happy for him. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy for him, but he got lucky with that second touch was fucking calamitous.
so
And
what? Is he meant to walk it into the goal? Is that it?
No,
He's
but
just meant to get the ball
got
and
the
walk
ball
into the
under
goal.
control. So he kind of got lucky that the fucking defenders were like, "Oh shit."
Bruno Fernandes made a good pass. He got at the end of it on his weak foot and scored. I'm happy that Rasmus Højlund done that. In my opinion, I don't think Rasmus Højlund is a
15
terrible
games it's
striker. I really don't. I don't think the guy's. I don't think he's terrible. In my opinion, honestly, I don't think he's terrible. I just feel personally, he's too young to be leading the line for Man United.
He's all right.
Like, if he was
all
at
right.
City, he wouldn't be leading the line for them. If he was at PSG,
He wouldn't be leading the line anywhere else. Let's be honest.
He wouldn't be leading the line anywhere.
Let's be honest. I think Moreno would get in ahead of him for Arsenal.
No, that's not true. That is so not true. I'm sorry. I hate when people do this. I hate when people do this.
So I had to leave for.
I can't stand when people do stuff
But
like
at
that.
the end of the day,
He's not a bad striker.
Moreno's got more goals than Højlund.
Yeah, he got about 6, 7
having a bad season. That's fine. That's fine.
Sorry?
Højlund's having a bad season. It's fine.
It's bad
Like,
season.
the guy is like
It's
what?
bad
21,
seasons and
22.
there's 3 goals as a striker.
First of all, Marino's older than him. Second of all, with all the years Marino's played in football, I expect him to have more knowledge of the game.
No, stop right there. If this was a girl saying, look, if she said, I'm older than you, you said, age is nothing but a number. So don't be throwing that around.
Oh yeah.
That's why you would. But guys, as I was saying before, I feel like Rasmus Højlund is having a bad season. That is perfectly fine.
There's bad season and there's 3 goals as a striker.
The thing is, it's a bad season. I don't get it. It's a bad season.
No, that's not a bad season. That is disastrous as a striker. At least
if he goes next season, if he went on next season to have the same amount of goals next season, by this time next year, I tell you that I think we should be looking to move him on. In my opinion, moving on Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee in this summer window, I think it'd be a stupid move by Man United.
I'd definitely not move on Zirkzee.
I wouldn't move on Zirkzee either, but I wouldn't move on Rasmus Højlund either as well.
I'd bench Højlund, but who would you?
I wouldn't even bench him either. I'd send him on loan. I'll be real. I'd send Rasmus Højlund on loan.
To where?
To either a mid-table. You know, I'd send him to Nottingham Forest next season.
You know what? He's not. Oh, fuck off! Like,
what you mean? I think it's a perfect loan right there.
For what?
I think Nottingham Forest.
So for what? I think next season, once Forest get what you call it, Champions League, they'll be looking way above the sort of like Højlund sort of thing. Man United turn around. If I was Nottingham Forest owner or manager, and Man United now offered me Højlund as a loan, I'd be telling them to suck their mum. Because that's an insult. That's a fucking insult.
I think that's silly business right there.
No, listen. Guys, listen.
Yeah. First of all, look at the players around.
It's an insult.
Look at the players around in Nottingham Forest.
Wait, Chris. Before you, 1 second, yeah. Listen, this is who's leading your line, yeah. 54 appearances, 13 goals.
At
and
20 what years of age?
two is it, bro? I do not care about age, bro. That is,
That is a silly thing
bro.
to say.
Bro,
So
listen,
silly. And you know what it is, yeah? You guys have been
54.
You
That's
know
just in the Premier League.
the thing is, yeah, you lot see Haaland, yeah, you see Michael Owen, you see all them big strikers who have been scoring since they're the age of 18 and think that that's normal. It's not normal. It's not. If we're talking
Okay.
proper football, that is not normal at 18 years of age to be scoring over 10 goals in senior football. It's not. It's not.
It
He's
can't,
The
not.
boy
He's
needs a
18.
loan. At best, he needs a loan. At best, he shouldn't even be
bro.
this
Did you hear what I said? 54 appearances, 13 goals. 13. Not 31 or 30, bro. 13. That's
The boy
crazy,
needs.
bro. That's over.
Okay. Let's look at it like this, yeah. Let's look at it like this. Let's assume, yeah, three
That's
seasons
so
from
bad.
now, he's
That's so
banging
bad.
bare goals. What do we say? What do we say from there then?
He's
It
60,
is normal. The boy is progressing.
He's 22 years old, so there's no excuses for 3 goals.
Oh, that is so wrong.
Wrong. Bro, you're forgetting this is the second season as well.
As a striker, it's not good enough.
If he, you know what, yeah, if he was playing in a team that had Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes, I'd tell you, you know what, there's no reason why he shouldn't be scoring.
Oh, yeah.
If he was playing in a serious,
I call out Martin Odegaard regularly for not sharing up. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be pulling out fucking.
Thank you. Thank you.
No. First of all, Martin Odegaard is Martin Odegaard again should he's playing.
Bro, listen. Yeah. Listen. Cool. Wait. You said he's how old is he? What, 22? Cool.
22.
See how many goals does he have? 3. 3, yeah? 3. Cool.
Who do you know at the age of 22 currently in your personal life that's in their job and they're doing well? Like they're doing outstandingly well. At
22, I was.
Well done. You're like one in how many people that you.
It doesn't matter. Listen, it doesn't. It doesn't.
You can't even say that as a job, mate.
Doesn't really matter. Let me tell you this though, yeah, because Ethan Waneri, how many goals does he have? How old is he?
He's got. What's he got? 8 goals.
8 goals. Ethan Waneri's got 8 goals, and that's fine. Ethan Waneri's got 8 goals, but you don't. Again,
that's
next season, what? If Ethan Waneri goes on to score 3 goals next season, are we now going to say he's a bad player? Will we now go on next season to now say Ethan Waneri is a bad player because he only scored 3 goals?
No, we're saying we're not saying Rasmus is a bad.
He's not 22 years old and he's not a striker.
Because thank you. He's not a striker, he's a winger, and this is his first. He's younger.
Okay, so next season, if he only goes on to have 3 goals, or what, 2 goals and 1 assist next season, are we now going to go on to say he's a bad winger?
No, because he's 17. He's 17, 18.
You're going to be 18.
Strikers develop between their mid-20s to the late 20s.
Bro, however you want to spin it right now, yeah, Højlund is not the guy, bro.
If Højlund was at Arsenal, I'd be saying the same thing.
No, you wouldn't, bro. You'll be saying he's shit. Same way I'll say that, right?
I would.
In English, bro. Rasmus Højlund is shit, bro. 54
He's not shit, but he's not top flight material.
The boy has don't get me wrong, yeah.
I'm not calling him a boy, fam. Why are you calling him a boy?
In everything on the team.
What about Ahmed? Ahmed Diallo, how old is he? Like 22? How many goals has he got?
I'm not pinning everything on the team alone. The guy has things he has to work on 100%.
Like shooting.
But I think
goals. In
my opinion, it don't make sense.
So what are you saying to me?
Like strikers don't have bad seasons or have seasons where it's terribly bad for them.
Yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan. I've seen better of them. But what I'm trying to say to you, bro, is that Rasmus Højlund is not like some real young buck. He's not like, you know what I mean? Like Like I don't know. I don't know how to say it.
In my opinion,
I don't know how to say it, bro. I don't know how to say it, yeah, because what you're trying to put towards me, the argument is that his age, yeah, cool. But I've just told you, bro.
Well, I'm not just trying to talk about the age. I'm talking from the point of I've seen this guy play at Atlanta. I've seen the goals he scored there. I've seen some of the goals he scored at United, and they're difficult goals to score. So if you're scoring difficult goals,
why can't you go back? We need to go back to basics. Go back to the basics, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you like, you go to score the simpler goals, bro. It's all good and well that you can score a bicycle kick or whatever. What about a tapping, bro? What about taking a man on and scoring a goal? What about
you're playing next to someone like Garnacho? How do you expect to have their goals? How do you expect to score goals when you play next to Garnacho?
You've got Bruno Fernandes, the world-class captain, the best player in the world.
Bruno Fernandes, but Bruno Fernandes isn't everywhere on the pitch. There's not 11 Bruno Fernandeses.
Okay.
There's just not. Playing next to Garnacho, I'll be real with you. I don't know how most might even score goals.
It's exhausting talking about United,
In my opinion, it was a good 3 goals from the team. Well done to them. Aiden Heaven, big baller. Hope he gets well soon. Other than that, Harry Amas made his debut. Shout out to Harry Amas. Apparently, he's meant to be the next Luke Shaw. I found it interesting. He played at Watford's first team and then moved to the United Academy. Now he's played for the United first team. Shout out to you, my bro.
Yeah. All right, just to mention, is any Leicester, but all right, cool, we move. Let's move on to a baller, a young baller, 18 years old, Miles Lewis Skelly, first England call up. Chat to me, guys. What we saying? Deserved? Yes or no? Yes.
Yeah. It's probably like one of the best left backs in the Premier at the minute.
100.
Him and what's his name, Newcastle.
Who you talk about? You talk about the left back for Newcastle?
Yeah.
It's not. What's this? Oh, I can't remember his plus name now. 1 second, I'll get you his name. Forget names, man. 1 second.
Lewis Hall.
Lewis Hall. Yeah, I think you're right.
Right, he was. What was it? At Chelsea before, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is good. Yeah. He's decent, man. They're both good.
Chelsea and City just let players go for no reason.
I'm surprised when Neri didn't get a call up,
you gotta do it in increments, man. I feel like you gotta do it in increments. Like you gotta slowly start building people. Like I feel like when it comes to teams where they got like 2 youth players coming through, I feel like you gotta do it slowly. I feel like you can't have both of them in the team. I feel like you kind of got to alternate it. So like the both of them, like, because I think it's important that it's one at a time rather than having both of them there. And that's
I think it would benefit Miles if he had Neri there. To be fair,
man, you need to be like. I feel like if that's I feel like when things like that happen, they always end up sticking together. They don't really get the proper experience of being with like the older lot, for example. Like when Southgate came in, he made it evident that he didn't really want everyone chilling with their club players. He wanted everyone to mix in properly. And I feel like having one of them come in, and maybe even the next international break, Miles Lewis Skelly may not get picked. It may be Nwaneri instead.
You think, on the flip side of that now, let's look at it from Ethan Nwaneri's point of view. Does he look at that thinking like, I'm doing what my bridges do. Why have I not got called up? What do you think? We'll have that question or?
No, to be fair, because did you look at the under-21s?
Pardon?
Did you look at the under-21s team? That looks like a team.
I haven't even looked at the under-21s team. I'll be honest, I haven't even looked at it.
In my opinion, I think Ethan Nwaneri should be playing for Nigeria, but that's a conversation for another day.
Off, Christopher.
Okay, listen here, Rastafari. Okay,
you always think something
different. Sorry, oh my gosh, because I'm not raving for him to play for the 3 Lions in the shirt. Okay, listen.
I'm not. Do you know what? I don't do that. But if he chooses to play for England, that's probably his preference.
Listen, it's just Christopher's perspective. My opinion doesn't mean anything. It's not like tomorrow he's gonna go out there and be like, "Yo, I've decided to play for Nigeria because Christopher said I should play for Nigeria." I'm just saying, I think he should have played for Nigeria. But in terms of playing for England, I think it's one of them ones where right now Thomas Tuchel's assessing what he's got. For me, I think it's a bit weird that Henderson's even in the squad.
Yeah, especially when you got like look at
I think
if you
that one.
look at the under-21 squad, like in the midfield there, they got what's it got? They got Elliot Anderson, Forrest, Joe Bellingham, Jamie Gittins, Archie Gray, Hayden Hackney, Jack Hinslet, Alex Scott, and Adam Wharton. And even the forwards look decent. Like,
bear in mind, Chris Riggs was even there, and he was pairing up for Sunderland.
Even when Ranieri's in the under-21 squad,
big up, yeah. I like that.
Hutchinson, Ayling Jr. from Middlesbrough, from Villa, basically. James McAtee from City, Ranieri, Philinogue, who's going? Where's he going to? Where's he from? Chelsea originally. And Jay Sands.
That's a very good squad, you know. That's a very good squad. I like that. I might have to watch 21.
Then you got Braithwaite, Rico Lewis, Taylor
Harwood. You know what? I'm forgetting that Lewis Kelly's got Rice there anyway. He's got Deckers there. Deckers will take him under his wing and look after him.
I just think personally, I don't understand why Tuchel took Henderson.
Yeah.
In the first place, like, what is Henderson going to offer that none of the under-21s could have offered? Like, what is
apart from experience, other than experience, and that's it. Probably age.
Even experience. Why do you even want a man like Henderson? Why do you want Henderson in the first place?
I mean, when you've got Harry Kane in the team, I think that's experience.
You got Marcus Rashford in the team too. You got Declan Rice. You got man that went to the Euro finals. Like maybe okay. Harry Kane went to 2 Euro finals. Like, that's enough experience there already. You got Marcus Rashford in there too. Like, you've got players in there that they're younger than Henderson, and they've been to where Henderson's been to. So I don't understand why he's got Henderson there. And I remember hearing something wild that like Tuchel missed like most of the Premier League matches anyway. Like most of the matches,
it's only friendlies, isn't it? They're not. I don't think they're the qualifiers or nothing, are they?
I feel like this sets precedent for him to make wild decisions, which will have people looking at like, why did he pick him? Why did he pick him?
There you go.
I don't trust it personally. I feel like he's gonna end up picking.
Listen, I don't think we're taking Henderson to any major competitions anyway. So.
Don't get me wrong. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. That's a Champions League winner in Tuchel. He's won a league, like he's won leagues before. That's a man who's gonna do whatever he's gonna do anyway. But for me, I just don't see why I pick a Henderson. Like there's players in the under-21s who are just as talented.
Yeah, I get that as well. And he's had quite a few months as well to.
Exactly, you had months to pick this out, and Henderson's what he came up with.
Games and do all of that stuff. You know what I mean? So, we'll see in it. We'll see come Monday. We will be doing a pod, but we won't be doing. I think we'll probably change the time slightly because I think the game. I don't know if you guys are watching that trash, but we're doing a pod, but it won't be an international pod. We'll keep it Premier League based anyway. But we'll do something fun. We'll do something fun. We'll do something fun. I'll think up something and let you guys know. But yeah, man, I think that was all I wanted to go through today on the show. If you guys got any hot takes, anything you want to say, let people down.
My hot take is: listen, the Premier League is boring right now. I feel like we need more managers.
That's not a hot take, but that's facts. That's facts.
But listen here, like let me live. Like let me live.
Cool.
I think we need more Brazilian managers in the league from the Brazilian league.
Why Brazilian?
Add flair. That you're trying to think.
You know, it is like like some of the tactics I've seen like Brazilian managers try to implement in the Brazilian league is actually very interesting, and I think trying that in the British Premier League with some of the players, especially the physicality we've got here. Not saying that the Brazilian league doesn't have physicality because it does. But trying to see that happen with some of the world-class players we got in England, I think it'd be cool.
Do you know what? I don't believe we got any world-class players in England, in my opinion. Not English players anyway. Apart from Jude Bellingham, and I can't see. I don't see any world-class players. Name me of three players off the top of your head that you think are world-class that are English, apart from Saka. That I think he's not world-class yet, but he will be world-class.
I think Harry Kane is a world-class striker.
That one can be argued about.
I think he's a world-class striker. You can't argue with that.
Yeah, no, you can't
argue with that. I can argue with that, and I would argue with that, but not today. But go on.
Anyway, other than that, I think in terms of like the midfield for me, I think Declan Rice is not. He's not number one in terms of the midfield for me personally, but I do think if you said Declan Rice definitely in the top 5 most like world class in his position, I don't think you can really argue that.
What, number 8?
Number 8, number 9, number 10, he's still in the top 10 in the world in his position. Like you can't take that away from him. Essentially,
he plays as an 8. I think he's better as a 6.
I don't even think. I don't know. He's just very hybrid.
I don't think he's world class yet, but I do think he is world class potential. I do feel like there is another level to his game, and I think next season we'll see him up his levels again. I feel like one that no one has yet discovered properly, but people should be checking. Isn't even in the Premier League. I feel like Chris Rigg has the potential he plays for Sunderland. Yeah. I think he's got potential to be a world-class player. Like in the next like.
It's hard to judge people on the championship.
Oh, you don't. But that's actually mad what you said. You know, I'm actually racking my brain trying to think of world-class English players right now.
There's not world-class English players.
I can't think of any, bro, other than Jude and Saka. They're the only two I would say. And
I can't think of any English players that will fucking change the game at a twist of a flip of a coin.
But aside from Lamine Yamal in Spain, who else in that Spanish team in terms of young players does it though?
I think Nico Williams is world class.
In general, though, innit? We're not talking about their age. We're talking
Pedri's world class. I'm sorry. That boy controlled the game.
For Pedri this season, though.
Sorry.
It's been a little bit quiet for Pedri this season. It's a little bit quiet.
Did you see what he was doing yesterday? Or the other day when
I didn't get to see yesterday. Having a personal situation. But I didn't see the game. But I do know that he performed well though. Someone I feel that no one's talking about. Someone I do feel no one's talking enough about, in my opinion. Valverde, man. I thought Valverde for Madrid's actually a decent season.
Yeah, until he decides to
my son likes him. My youngest son likes him a lot. He talks about that. Yeah, he's decent, man. I like him. He's good still. Yeah, boys. Like I said, we'll leave it there at our mark. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. Call it a night, lads.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll be back next week. But we're going to do something a little bit light-hearted, something a bit more fun, not something so formal. As an international break for the next 2 weeks. So, 2 weeks of boring pussy holes watching them international games. I will not be tuning in, to be fair. Actually, I might do. We'll see, but I doubt it. But we will definitely not be.
It gets about 5 minutes in, and I'm like, oh, fuck this shit.
Yeah, England is so boring to watch, man. I don't even support England like that. I really don't. You know what I mean? I'll go and watch
I do want to see what Tuchel does do this England team. I feel like Lee Carsley's best game as England manager was probably, in my opinion, did he do the Brazilian game?
Yeah.
I think Lee Carsley done Brazil, didn't he?
What did he do? 2 games? Was it 2?
No, it wasn't Brazil. Sorry, I think that was Southgate that done Brazil.
Do you know what? I'm more interested in the under-21s game. If I'm honest with you.
But
now you told me the squad. Listen, I might have to tune into the under-21. In fact, where are they playing? Who are they playing against? They got anything local? Because their tickets be kind of reasonable, weren't they?
Yeah.
They're playing in London somewhere. I might have to go and check them out or somewhere locally.
The last time I heard them that were playing local was like Nottingham Forest's ground. I don't know if they play out on Nottingham Forest.
Friday, they're playing in France.
Oh.
And then 24th, they're playing. Where they playing?
24th, what's that? That's Monday, innit? Is that a Monday?
24th is a Monday. They're playing Portugal under 21s. Who plays for Portugal? Who plays for Portugal?
Couldn't tell you, mate.
They got Moro. I think his name's like Moro. I can't pronounce his name, but he's in Porto right now. But his name's like Moro or something like that. He's a little baller still. Then like Portugal got Roger Fernandez, who's Man United from Sporting Braga. Like, it's not a terrible team. Name people that'll make their names like in the next couple of years.
Okay, yo, boys, man, that's been our evening. I've been Mr. Brown.
I've been Delvino.
That's video.
I've been Christopher.
Thank you. We've been Stay on Your Feet. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Keep supporting. Peace and love. Until next week. We out.